Everybody, it's Blair with the Badass Records podcast, welcoming you in for another episode. This week, my guest is Scott Devouton of Sound Ridge Studio. You can find their stuff on Instagram at Sound Ridge Studio. Their website is soundridgestudio.com. They've got a YouTube, a Bandcamp, and a Facebook page. Scott captains the Ill Fit Records ship and has studios. He has singles on Apple Music and elsewhere. Episodes of this podcast air on Thursdays when all is right with the world. You can find it on YouTube. You can stream it on your platform of choice. Everything lives on the website, which is badassrecordspodcast.com, and the Instagram handle for the podcast is at Badass Records Podcast. That's all I got for you this week. Appreciate you stopping by. Hope you enjoy the show. Like we are in line for episode number 211 of Badass Records Podcast. Scott Devouton, welcome. Very nice to meet you.
Thank you very much.
Appreciate you sharing a little bit of your Saturday with me. Sound Ridge Studio, at Sound Ridge Studio on Instagram, soundridgestudio.com, YouTube, Bandcamp, Facebook, and you are a singer-songwriter as well.
Yep.
Americana, blues, folk, rock, R&B, a couple of singles on Apple Music.
Yep.
I didn't poke around at other streaming services. They're elsewhere too.
Yeah, mm-hmm.
Nice. And you were mentioning just a moment ago, Ill Fit Records is the umbrella, as you put it.
Yep.
So it is related to, but different from Sound Ridge Studios?
It owns Sound Ridge Studios.
Okay. Good for it.
Yeah.
Very nice. So did they come into existence at the same time?
No.
Okay.
No.
Which came first?
Ill Fit Records came first.
Okay.
Back in the day when I was playing with the band Western Automatic.
All right.
We used to play at the old Westport Saloon.
Oh,
and
wow.
We had some songs to record, and then I had some songs to release, so I figured I better do it right. So,
what were the crossroads of the saloon?
That was on. It was in the alley. It was one in the alley, like across the street. Oh man, what was that? Is that Pennsylvania?
Yep.
Or across the street from. It was next to the cigar bar.
Okay.
And across the street from what's the one in Columbia? What's the
Harpo's?
Yeah, Harpo's.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Right in the middle of it.
So that's a place. That was a place to gig or record,
oh my
or both?
God. Westport Saloon was a huge. It was a venue of huge importance in the United States roots music scene.
Okay.
Huge. Yeah. Because they had. So they're in Westport, and the record label, Little Class Records, they worked with the bar, the Westport Saloon, and they had places for bands to stay. So they could sign a band, record the band, put the band up to like play in Kansas City, and serve as like a way station for everyone coming in, east, west, north, or south. It was
Seriously?
great. Oh, it was a golden age.
Wow.
Great. Oh yeah, it's great.
I'm picturing that old Westport sign with the covered wagon.
Yeah.
And for whatever reason, affiliating that with Westport Saloon, but it's probably they were just.
That's probably more closely related to the record bar.
Okay.
That's where the record bar used to be.
Huh.
Yeah.
Interesting. So Ill Fit Records comes first.
Uh-huh.
Because you're recording stuff, you're playing stuff, you're recording stuff, and you want to put stuff out.
Yeah, like when you start recording and performing as an artist, you are, you have money coming in. And
just seeing now you're representing.
Oh yeah,
nice.
yeah, I'm representing. Yeah. But I set up the LLC to do it right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So all recording would happen there at the saloon?
Well,
Or-
they sometimes they would record there.
Okay.
No, they would. They worked with Electric Cat Studios.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool names.
Drew Barasco. Yep. Yep.
And
yep,
so
they're great.
when you initially wanted to record,
Yeah.
where would you do it?
At home.
Okay.
Yeah.
You've always had gear.
I have. Yeah. Yeah. You know, there's a band. Okay, so this is. When did it snow? When did they call it the snowpocalypse? The first time they called it the snowpocalypse. Was that January of 10?
I was
11?
going to say 08.
Is it? Yeah, who knows? There was.
No. That's not right. Maybe 12.
Something, yeah, it was in that direction.
Lots of,
It was, oh my,
Deep.
it shut it down.
Yeah.
Yeah, for a week at least. Well, a band called the Vine Brothers was in town. They happened to be in town. They were touring between Arkansas and Kansas and Missouri and New York.
oh, wow.
Yeah, the Vine Brothers. They're a good act. Anyway, they're friends, and so they got stranded, and they're all staying with me. And so they had all these songs written, and I happened to have, I think it was a Tascam 8-track digital recorder.
Okay.
Yeah, and
Sounds like a nice piece of equipment to have.
it was fun. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. So we were all stranded, and they said, "Well, let's record this album. You have this thing. Let's record this album." I didn't know how to use the thing. I didn't know. I don't even think it was mine. So, you know, it's one of those things where someone just says, "Hey, will you take care of this for
Yeah.
a while?" Yeah. So they started recording, and I was basically like their studio tech. Like I would go get a mic, go get a mic stand.
So on this thing, something like that, you can plug in 8 different sources or instruments. Okay.
Yep.
And then to hear what you're playing,
Yep.
do you need
Need headphones.
everybody?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep,
Okay.
Yep.
So you're teching for them for this
Yeah.
recording session.
Yeah. It was fun.
Nice.
And it was the album is Low Rent.
Okay.
Yeah, by the Vine Brothers. And so they recorded that. Almost all the parts they recorded during that time. We were all snowed in together.
Nice.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
So does that thing act as a receiver too? Is that giving you the power you need to hear what you're playing?
I can't remember. I'm sure we had some sort of, headphone amp or something
Oh,
like
okay.
that. I can't even remember that level of detail. It's just-
So is that the debut release for Ill Fit Records?
no,
Okay.
it wasn't. No, it was. They released that under their own label.
Oh, here you
Yeah,
go.
yeah,
I got
yeah,
the stuff
yeah.
for you, and you guys do it.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. So what was?
Start the Western Automatic album. Start It.
Okay.
Was the first one, and then we had a single called 10 Cent Gadfly, and there's an old video on that one. But yeah, that's what, and then so published under that, and then
that was recorded at your home as well.
No, so Start It and 10 Cent Gadfly were recorded at Electric Cat Studio.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, the Drew Barasco
Nice.
is producer for that one. Those two.
Were you present for that session or those sessions?
The mixing sessions?
Yeah, or the record. I mean, like,
Oh yeah. Well, yeah.
So you have this sort of trial by fire run with
Yeah.
the off the Tascam, and then what's the next step to like learning how to do stuff?
Being in there, saying, someone send you a text like, hey, Drew has some time this afternoon. Are you guys available? I'm like, okay, yeah, sure. We got our instruments and went there, and I'd done live sound, but never studio sound. And so just like watching Drew work and watching kind of how his studio operated, kind of just soaked it up.
Nice.
It's fascinating.
So the birth of Soundridge means that now you have a brick and mortar?
Well, yeah, I have about 1,000 square feet at my house.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yep. It's I built it out.
Really?
Yeah.
You?
It was. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. I should say.
I say that because I always wish that I was handier than I am.
No. Yeah. Well, necessity kind of drove a lot of it.
Sure.
But yeah, and I had like Matt Cathlina. He plays with the band Gully Washer. He framed it in, and then I
fun.
had my friend Aaron. He put the HVAC in.
Okay.
And some guy that got a lot of money got to put the electricity in.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you do have temperature control, like you can throw some AC on or some heat on or whatever.
Yeah, and I can turn it off. I can yeah.
Cool. So, was there a studio welcoming, ribbon cutting, a ground break? What? How did you? When did you celebrate this is a deal now?
Yeah. Well, there were two. So the first was a local band here in Kansas City called String Theory.
Okay.
And they are friends. I went camping. I went camping with this crew down in Arkansas, and they have this folk band. And so, I went down there one year, I told them about the studio, and they were the first clients at the studio.
Fun.
Oh my God, it was fun.
That had to be exciting.
It was fun and scary.
Uh-huh.
Like the things that I saw you doing before, all the pre-production things that you do.
Yeah.
I had to do it all, and it was all, I had like 6 people waiting for me to get things set up, and it was like boom, 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 boom. But it was great. It was so much fun.
Cool.
And then the second one would be Cam Keeling and the Runaway Train.
Okay.
Those guys came in to just record a Knobtown session. It was a little video series that I did, and Cam said, "Hey, do you mind if we just like record a bunch more songs here? And so I was like, yeah, we're all set up. So that was the first like album that I worked on.
Cool. When were these happening?
Just a few years ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So you also can shoot video if you want to make a music.
It's simple. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very, yes.
Well, trying to get all the things ready to go, I've definitely had a handful where during or after I'm like, oh,
yeah,
there's a camera off. Cool.
Yeah.
Or if something happens with the sound, and I mean, it's just like
so much goes into
Yeah.
it. So much
Yeah.
goes into it.
So it's nice to sort of feel. I think everything's doing
Yeah.
what it's supposed to be doing.
You should have it been down. I don't know. You've been going 4 years now.
Yeah.
Feels pretty good from here in this seat.
So Soundridge has been going for a few years.
Mm-hmm.
Are you? Does it keep you busy?
Yeah.
Okay.
It
good.
does.
Nice.
It does. It's a hustle. To make a even part of a living in music,
Sure.
you have to diversify. So, I'll record and produce other people. I'll record and produce my own stuff, and sell what I can. If people go to Bandcamp and want to like buy stuff. But I also do like I do some work with Folk Alliance International at their conference. They contract me to help with production management.
Nice.
And from time to time, whatever my skills, my skills could be helpful in whatever way.
Yeah.
Try to do it.
Do you most folks that you work with, are they kind of in that folk bluegrass Americana lane, or have you dipped your toes in other waters too?
Yeah, I think to this point, it has come from that world.
Okay.
I'm going to be releasing some stuff here this year.
Nice.
That's more like rock oriented.
Okay.
I have, even something like Chris Nichols' EP that is going to be coming out, and that's kind of like a crooner album.
Oh.
Yeah, it's like almost like it's it's like a crooner.
Yeah,
old crooner
like
album. Yeah,
heavy on the vocals.
heavy on the vocals. Yeah, laid it on thick.
Sinatra.
Dean Martin.
Yeah, all those cats.
Yeah.
So before we were rolling, we talked briefly about Winfield.
Yeah.
You said you've been going 5 or 6 years.
Mm-hmm.
Now, every time I talk to somebody about Winfield, I'm adding to my hardly existent knowledge of it.
The lore.
And so there's the down here's where folks are gigging and trying to get times on stages, and up here is where major acts, for lack of a better word, are on a couple different stages.
Yeah.
Do you do both? Do you prefer one over the other?
Oh, I do. I'm not an official showcase artist at this point.
Right.
Yeah, the official showcase artists are world class. I mean, they are world class. I mean, in skill and fan base.
Yeah.
They
No,
are.
I just mean attendance wise. Do you
Oh.
do you spend time in both areas?
Oh.
Do you enjoy both
Yeah.
lanes of it?
I do.
Okay.
I do. Yeah. Usually my play is in the morning. I'll go up to the grandstand and have breakfast up there and,
Okay.
and watch some big names.
Nice.
And then by the time the late afternoon and night comes, down in the Pecan Grove, down in the Grove, they
Yeah.
call it the Pecan Grove.
Are you a fascinating piece is the different sleep schedules that everybody there are, some folks are up super late and then the morning is gone by the time they're up.
Yeah.
Are you a normal-ish bedtime person while you're there, or
I'll go to bed a little bit later, wake up a little bit later. But
Okay.
Yeah.
more or
Yeah.
less your night, morning, and afternoon stay on par with what they look like at home?
Sure.
Cool.
Sure.
Are you born and raised KC?
I was born from Missouri. I was raised over in the St. Louis
That's
area.
right. That's right.
And then, but I've been in Kansas City for 26 years now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I mean, I moved back in 2000, so we're probably same timeline-ish. St. Louis, the infamous "where did you go to high school" question. I don't know why that's always been associated with St. Louis, because it happens.
Yeah.
It definitely happens here.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
I would imagine it's happening on some degree in most cities.
Yeah.
It's just a bizarre thing.
It's yeah. Yeah.
And it's a kind of a bizarre city too. I would go years ago, once a year for a Blues game, take the kids.
Yeah.
Always stayed somewhere different, in a different part of the city. And early on, the train was, awesome because, if you're driving, you got to stop the car.
Train's
if you
great.
Need to
Train's great.
take a baby out of a car seat and feed them a bottle or whatever. But just weird in the hospitality industry since, like I said, all over the city. It just felt like everybody's food is mediocre, and everybody's working in the business doesn't really give a crap.
Oh, interesting.
It just
Now you got me thinking.
And you say it, and then you got to go to the hill. No, I know. I'm not talking about going to the hill. I'm just talking about being in all the different areas of town. It just has always felt different than KC.
Oh my God! Yeah.
In that particular sense, in
Yeah.
the hospitality industry stuff. But still a fun city to visit. Kids enjoy. In fact, we went in October. Some family from here and my kids and I, and then some family from Chicago came down. We got an Airbnb, and
Did you go to the City Museum?
we didn't. I've taken my kids there before, but no, my sister that came down's got 4 from 5th grade all down to like 2 years old.
Oh
So
man,
not
that's
yet.
a lot of cats to herd.
Yeah, it is. It is. So you've been from there, been here since roughly 2000. Do you have siblings?
Nope.
No.
I'm it.
Okay. Any idea how mom and dad connected initially? How their paths crossed?
I heard you ask this question to someone else, and I was trying to think. I have no idea.
No idea.
Other than saying like, where do awkward people go to meet? No, I'm just teasing.
That's funny.
They met through friends.
Sure,
They're
sure.
both from St. Louis. And,
Music in the home to listen to when you're growing up? Are they putting stuff on?
Yeah, it was weird. My dad's older. He like comparatively speaking, however old I am, he was older than the dads and my friends.
Sure.
Dads, and so I got stuff like the old folk music, like early Dylan, like really like the folk type music, and which included like blues, old blues music. So it had blues, had reggae going on.
Really?
Had classical music. He played a lot of classical music.
Do you have records? Do you have
Yeah.
vinyl? Okay.
Yep.
Are they,
Alan Sherman.
Nice.
You know.
is his collection still
Yeah.
around?
It's
Very cool.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
What
so
about?
so was Dad.
Nice.
Yeah,
Good deal.
yeah,
Good deal.
yeah.
What about Mom? Did she have preferences of her own, or just kind of roll with whatever Dad was playing?
My mom passed away, and she had a crush on Kenny Rogers.
Okay.
She loved Kenny Rogers.
Nice.
There's some Kenny Rogers. Yeah. So anything in that direction, Dolly Parton, she
Yep.
liked.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
No.
So you were kind enough to share a list of albums with me. Thank you very much for that.
Yeah.
I don't want to get to it just yet, but I'm thinking about the stuff that Dad was listening to, and Mom and Kenny Rogers and Dolly, all this stuff, right? This is the whole kit and caboodle for music for a young you.
And I should say, I'll also add the Electric Company.
Okay.
And Sesame Street.
Yes.
There's some funky stuff in there.
Absolutely.
And I just remember see one in particular time watching. I think it was Electric Company.
Yeah.
And I heard I didn't know what a bass line was, but I heard a bass line and went crazy for it.
Nice.
So yeah, I'd add that to the list.
I can't recall the theme, but I mean that was where we got Great Space Coaster.
Was it?
Yeah. Get on board, step inside, and Baxter. Yeah, that was must see TV for early '80s me after kindergarten. And they were on in the morning too, I think.
I can't remember.
Well,
that's right. Yeah.
But here's the stuff you're hearing, courtesy of Mom and Dad.
Yeah.
Over here's your list that you shared with me.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of the first album that caught your eye outside of what you knew from home, or maybe your first buy with your own money, or borrow from a friend. Anything come to mind?
Yeah, absolutely. So the first album that I bought with my own money was Thriller.
Really?
Yes, that's
on vinyl.
On vinyl.
Okay.
Yeah, I still have it too.
You have the fold out with Michael.
Oh yeah,
Leopard.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah. That was the one. That was the record, and it was I was so happy for it. I brought it to school.
Nice.
And I was like,
a little dangerous.
It was so dangerous. I wouldn't again. In fact, one of my friends, his older brothers, so we're in grade school. So, if like an older brother is just like the meanest human being that you've met in your entire life. And he just flattened me. He's like, why'd you bring that? What did you bring? I didn't know what to say.
It's cool. I'm proud of it. I want to show it off.
Oh, every year I think about it and I think, I should have said this. This is what I should have said. Like George Costanza.
This is going to be, you just wait, you.
Yeah, right. It's cooler than you are, man.
I just immediately think of me doing that and coming home and putting it on, and there's a scratch that definitely wasn't there.
I'm sure there's yeah.
That's cool. Are you gonna check out the movie? Are you a big Michael fan, or was that?
You know what, I movies and sports are two things that I do a lot less of now.
Okay.
When I dived into music 100%. I watch my old favorite movies.
Yeah.
But the new movies, like, okay, I need to. Plus, it's there's a lot to stimulate you in the world now. So sometimes movies, I'll just go outside and
I mean, I was
take a walk
last night, just doom scrolling on TikTok, and like, it's wild. If you've never spent any time on there, the amount of people that just grab content from either somebody else on that platform that's posted it or elsewhere, and they don't even make a user account, and it's just XYZ2219, and just clip after clip after clip of fascinating movies to where I go, I want to stop doing this. Go find that movie and watch it. And then I'm like,
just more, a little bit more.
Yeah. It's nuts.
Yeah.
Live music, any early concert memories, or your first concert, anything stand out?
Yeah, it always, your first concert, you always, so other than going to the as a kid, seeing, whatever, when you're a kid.
Yep.
My first concert was Boston.
No way.
Yes.
What
yeah.
venue?
In the arena in St. Louis. Or I think it was the arena. I don't think it was the Checker Dome still. It would be so much more awesome if it was the Checker Dome. But yeah, Boston and Foghat.
Really?
And it was my first concert. My friend's older sister took us. My first concert, first time I smelled marijuana, and the first time I had that feeling of feeling amplifiers in a large space. It was incredible. Yeah. Oh, yeah,
dude.
Yeah.
Do you happen to know the year or what? Were they touring in support of one of their albums?
It was 87.
Okay, so that's third stage.
Yeah, it was third stage.
Okay.
That's
Hey.
yeah.
Tomorrow so far. Anyway.
Yeah.
So
Don't sing any farther. You're gonna have to hit that note.
I know. Which I can, and I love that record.
Yeah.
It came out, and Amanda's getting all this airplay, but I was already like really invested in FM radio, classic rock. So I knew Don't Look Back and the self-titled debut. I probably owned them already.
Yeah.
But it's cheesy or whatever. And so
Yeah.
it got kind of put in a. I own it now and I know it pretty well back and top to back. Cool the Engines is one of my absolute favorite jams. I love the album artwork.
Yeah.
Like
oh my God, classic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's great. I just yesterday morning, kids are at the breakfast table before school, and my daughter said, "Will you put on the Moana soundtrack?" And I said, "Absolutely." And so we're listening to that. And are you familiar with that film?
Just that it is a film.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's super, super great. Top three, animated kid movies. Like, I love it. I can't get through it without crying like 4 times.
Oh man, yeah,
I'm that guy.
It's that good. It's that good.
And so it's the journey of this girl, and she needs the help of this hulking demigod named Maui. And
Is that the Rock?
It
is that
the
the
Rock.
Oh,
It is the
okay.
Rock.
All right.
So
He does the Rock. He does. I know enough about the movie to know that they made his cartoon character do his eyebrow thing.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Which is so cool.
And
it's the Rock. Yeah.
And the best song without question on the soundtrack, he actually sang.
Oh wow. Oh my God.
It's a really clever little ditty, and so she, I picked her up from school, and she was like, "Well, you put it on again." So we listened to it in the car coming home, but that song finished playing, and she goes, "Dad, is the Rock married?" I was like, "I don't know." And I meant to look before we left for school,
Yeah.
but I didn't think about it till way later in the day, and so I Googled it. And he was married some time ago, but he's currently married to Sib Hashian's daughter,
Okay.
drummer from Boston.
Oh.
Dude with the big fro. I was like, holy smokes. Not only is he married, but he's married to the drummer's daughter from Boston.
That's like I'm giving him some points for that.
Yeah.
Don't you think?
Yeah,
The
absolutely.
Rock.
Yeah.
Man, I
right?
want to meet you, The Rock.
Okay. Wow. What who else shared the bill for that show?
I want to say it was
Foghat.
Foghat or
Yeah.
Firehouse. But now that I'm questioning.
Firehouse came a little later, I
Okay,
think.
so Foghat.
Foghat would be Slow Ride, and
Yeah.
they had another
don't know
pretty
if
big
they-
hit. They had one other. It'll come to me after you leave.
I believe that we got there late for what it's
Okay,
worth.
okay.
I just remember walking up and up and up and up while a band was playing. So I think
Nice,
that
nice.
was
So where does your trajectory as a musician begin? Are you piano lessons as a kid? Do you get a guitar at a young age? What's that look like?
I love music. I love everything I would touch, I would play. If it was a guitar, I would play it. Not well, I don't know if I play. Not well.
Yeah.
I wasn't like that, but so everything I soaked it up. I see. I soaked it up. At some point, I decided that my path was not. As an emerging adult, you're told that art is not, and not my parents, not, just in general.
Yep.
So I was like, well, obviously this is not a realistic thing. Well, in my early 30s, I did what I guess they now call it like a radical reinvention, a radical change, where I just, like this is, because I started working with music in the production side of it. I started I started a chili festival that had a stage and live music, and I worked with like local big live events with their coordinating entertainment.
In the Lou?
Here in Kansas City.
Okay.
Here in Kansas City. And so as I did it, I was saying like, man, I am finding so much joy in this. It's hard work, but I love it. I feel right. I feel right. I was a lawyer.
Were you really?
Yeah. And so that was the path I was on. Well, I changed everything and went into real estate to allow me the flexibility to do music.
Okay.
And it worked, so I had time to do music. And so it was probably in my early 30s, mid 30s really,
Okay.
that I started writing. I just started writing, and that was the first.
Are you writing lyrics? Are you writing licks?
Yeah, both
Okay.
music. Yeah.
When you're writing lyrics, are you pencil and paper? Or are you
Yeah.
okay?
Yeah.
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 And then you're writing licks on what? A guitar?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Guitar.
6-string acoustic?
Yep. 6-string acoustic.
Okay.
And that was all I ever had. I always had a guitar. It was one of those things where I would not play it for years. I can't imagine that now. I can't imagine that. I'm glad that it's the way it is now. But yeah, so I started writing, and then I started saying, well, I started learning covers, and then I started performing out with people, by myself, and still working with music production with festivals. And that point led to the Vine Brothers, the Low Rent album that I talked about.
Yeah.
That I helped them out with.
Yeah.
And that was like, okay, this is cool. This is incredible. Music production is incredible. It's the most fulfilling thing I can imagine doing with my life and skill set,
Yeah.
So yeah, that's when I really kind of got serious about it.
Okay.
And
Has guitar always been your thing? Or have you messed around with other instruments too, or?
yeah. No, I played drums.
Okay.
Little bit. I can keep a beat.
I cannot.
I don't want any drummer to hear me
No.
to say I'm not a drummer, but I know where the one is, and you can keep up.
Yeah.
But yeah, and I dink around on keys.
Okay.
Well, the
Awesome.
keyboard
Yeah.
with it's like a keyboard is a keyboard, but it's also a remote control to this incredible thing you have in your computer too, with the MIDI. So
Yeah.
that's
Now, in the writing lane, licks and lyrics, are they being created separately, and then you try to find a way to marry them? Or are you ever messing around with both at the same time?
good question. No, I guess they've usually developed independently.
Okay.
And sometimes a lick is just, a hook is a song with a good hook, man. Oh my God, that just keeps going in your head.
Yep.
And usually what happens is there's a lick, and then there's maybe a combination of words that fits into that may or may not be related to something I've been working on. But yeah, a nice lick it's like a sunny day. You look at it, you appreciate
That's right.
it.
Heck yeah. Nice. That's super cool. I appreciate, again, you sharing your list with me. If it's okay, I'll just roll through them chronologically.
Sure. And this is funny. This question is I mean, even like, I don't know, in this dimension of time that we're in right now, 3 songs is hard to come up with. And it's like at the moment, like 3 albums at the moment. But those were when I heard that we needed to get that. That's what I was listening to at the time, and I kind of
Really?
Yeah, well, kind of a little bit. Kind of.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, 1996, we get Odelay from Beck, which
Yes.
is 5 of 14 for him, 13 tracks, 54 minutes. Singer, songwriter, musician, producer out of LA. I have had a gentleman by the name of Sammy Sanchez on for a number of episodes. I actually started with his dad because I used to work with him. He's like, you should have my son on. So I had him on. And then he started coming back to do discography series.
Yeah.
So we've done like Tom Waits. We've done King Gizzard and the Wizard Lizard. We did Beck. Super sharp guy. He lost Jeopardy in Final Jeopardy.
Oh my God.
Like went into it up, I think, ahead. But that's,
Yeah.
he made it onto Jeopardy.
That's
like,
the level that you're talking about.
yeah, so we did a Beck discography. I enjoyed it. Not everything from his catalog was like Sammy's favorite, but there's some stuff in there. Some of his simplest tunes are like,
it's out. Sea Change is an album. That Sea Change was is such a simple but beautiful, impactful album all the way around.
I can't recall if any single Beck records have made lists outside of that episode with Sammy. But Odelay is special enough to kick off your list because it was something you were listening to at the time.
This album, and this I shouldn't say it, this is one of my top albums ever. And
Okay.
Partially, I mean, you ask anyone, and it's always going to be like, where are they coming from in life, right?
Absolutely.
And it was, we said 96. So this was when I had really formed like my own independent musical taste, like what you're talking about before, like you grow out of what your parents show you, or what the neighbor kid shows you when you're in fourth grade, but this one is like, I followed Beck, I read about him, I loved his folk music. I mean, like just the wacky folk stuff that he put out before this. And he was coming to Minneapolis at First Avenue, 7th Street entry, and it's a venue in Minneapolis. And that's where I was living at the time.
Oh, okay.
And my friend, one of my roommates, who went on to DJ out at KCRW out in LA, but like he's like my musical Sherpa. He was like Johnny on the spot.
Great to have one of those.
Oh my God! I mean, you hear a sample, you're like, "Hey man, what was that?" He's like, "Well, that was the Brothers Johnson." But so I went into that. It's like I was in my music wheelhouse, and this show, I've seen Beck play several times. Every single show, and this one was no exception. He puts 100% into it. He hits the falsettos. They're musically, this album brings in so many different influences.
Oh yeah.
In a cohesive way.
Yep.
Like some people don't like him because it sometimes gets a little chaotic. You're like, it's
you don't want to keep making the same record over and over again.
Yeah.
So,
but this one's tight. This is great. This has always stuck with me.
what took you to Minneapolis?
A job.
A job
after college.
Sure.
Yeah, a job.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay. How long were you there?
Not that long. I was there for about a year. Lived in DC for about a year. Lived in Minneapolis for a year, and then went back to law school.
Did you get out at all and do any nature-y kind of things in Minnesota? Or
Absolutely.
Did you?
Oh my God, that was when, Missouri. It's like, we have the Missouri gray in the winter.
Yeah.
And then you sizzle like a frog in the summertime.
Yep.
And which is great, fine. It's whatever. But there, they celebrate the the worst weather. They celebrate.
Yeah.
And I loved it. It was a blizzard, and people are out doing things, they're like, and then it's such a beautiful state.
Yeah.
And if the farther north you go,
Of course.
towards Lake Superior, oh, beautiful,
Nice.
wild. It's wild.
Yeah. So that show that your roommate took you to, was that was your first time seeing him?
It's first time seeing Beck.
And then like the 4 or 5 other times you've seen him since, energy's still tops, and he's on point and gives up. But does each show in your mind have its own identity? I mean, he's not same set list guy.
No.
Right.
He probably is not the same set list in a tour.
Yeah, right.
I mean, but no, yeah, it's always, he's always promoting an album. I mean, like that's the way it works. But like I saw Midnight Vultures tour, but that's bonkers. That album's bonkers.
Yeah.
And then Sea Change, and then we just saw him out in Red Rocks last summer.
No kidding.
And he's going to be I don't know if it's out yet, but it's more of the Sea Change type sound.
Okay.
With a bigger orchestra.
Ooh.
So he had.
I feel like he's coming here.
I'm sure he is.
Yeah.
I'm sure. Yeah, he usually makes a swing through. Does he? I say that. I don't even know that.
I don't either.
You ever say something, you immediately think, "Wow, what that?
Where did I come up with that?"
Shit. That's a sentence. I apologize.
Did he share the bill at Red Rocks with anyone?
Yeah. A whistler, a professional whistler. She was she
was his opener.
Yep.
How long was she out there?
Longer than you'd think a whistler would be out there for.
Not very long, is what I think.
It was a little bit long, but it was very peaceful, and it was at Red Rocks. So you could just
beautiful.
Look up and see this incredible scene.
Wow.
But but otherwise it's just him.
That's hilarious. Yeah. Oh my goodness. So what is this? 15 years-ish later. Mm-hmm. Wake Up, John Legend and the Roots from 2010. Yeah. So fourth John Legend record, the Roots have 11. This is R&B, soul, funk, reggae, mostly or entirely covers.
I think there's one original song.
Okay.
Mostly covers.
Legends out of Springfield, Ohio. The Roots are from Philly. 12 tracks, 62 minutes. How's this one land on your radar? I had no idea they'd made a record together.
Yeah. Oh, this song. When it came out, it was the Roots were. I mean, the Roots are one of my favorite bands in general. I mean, I love just their productivity alone.
Yeah, are you they have 11? I thought it was more in the neighborhood of 6. But do you know their catalog well?
I do, not as well as you. I know.
I just no. I've actually I don't think any Roots records have made a list. So I've actually never sat down. Yeah. That's not true. I've put on 1 or 2 records in the car before, but something.
Phrenology is one to check out.
Okay.
And Undone.
Okay.
Undone is great.
Nice.
It's a story.
So you
told backwards.
Admire them for their productivity. Was what you're saying when I interrupted you.
Yeah.
So, but this one lands in your lap because it was a recommendation.
This song, no, I don't even know how I discovered it.
Okay.
But it was, you know what? Honestly, I think I read about it in the AV Club, The Onion. I don't know if you remember AV Club.
Yeah.
It was part of The Onion's, family websites before the internet just got too weird, whatever.
I saw yesterday a clip of somebody saying that The Onion bought Homeboy's InfoWars.
Yeah.
I was like, what?
Yeah, they've been trying to buy it, and it's been going back and forth, and now it looks like they will.
Why do they want that? Not that I necessarily know what InfoWars is, but I know who it was associated with. Why would you?
It seems I don't know if it's to. It seems like the purchase itself is satire.
Exactly. You know what I mean? Yeah.
In addition to the, at some point you wonder which one is more or less truthful.
Yeah.
So
blue pill, red pill.
It's probably in safer hands now in terms of
what
they want to do with.
So you have a pretty decent knowledge of the Roots. You admire their productivity.
Yeah, yeah.
You were about to identify a single track, I think.
Yeah, this the one. So the song "Humanity" in this one, which was it's an old reggae song. Oh, it's an old reggae song. Lord Invader? No, it's not Lord Invader. But the song "Humanity" is such a beautiful song, and that was the first time I'd really listened to John Legend sing.
Okay.
And those two things, that song with him singing it it gives me chills right now thinking about it.
Prince Lincoln Thompson and the Royal Rasses.
There we go. Yep. Yep.
Nice.
It's a good song though, but all of them, they all have something to say. It's super funky. The musicianship is top tier.
Yeah.
And it's just great. It's a tight album.
Nice. It was a fun listen. It was the first listen for me. Like I said, I didn't know they had made a record together. I was familiar with Odelay, and 7 years down the road, insanely excited and wildly curious to read Lotta Sea Lice, Courtney Barnett and Kurt Vile from 2017.
Isn't it a great album?
9 tracks, 44 minutes. She's out of Sydney, Australia, which I did not realize. He's from Philly. I'm a huge Kurt Vile fan.
Yeah.
I don't love his entire catalog. In fact, there are a few, I probably struggle. Most records have some skips for me. But I'm totally fine with it because the ones that I don't skip, I love like to every anyway, I saw him 3 years ago at Liberty Hall in Lawrence. He's coming again in November.
Liberty?
Yeah.
Ooh.
To Liberty.
That's a show to check out.
It was I was for 2 weeks I couldn't stop thinking about it. It was I've seen a lot of shows. It was one of the best shows I've ever seen.
It was a big sound, big guitar sound, big.
I don't think he played the same guitar on 2 tracks. I'm not even kidding.
Yeah.
Like maybe he played 15 tracks and he had 14 guitars. I mean, it was, he had an all female, like punkish, metalish, opening act, which was, it was cool. I mean, it's always nice to see as you learn how these things go, a lot of folks could just say, no, we don't need an opener.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
but you're supporting your fellow musicians and counterparts and somebody trying to get to anyway.
It's huge. That chance is huge for somebody.
What is your streaming platform of choice?
I try to use Deezer.
Yeah.
Okay. And
do you have, if I were to send you a playlist on Apple or Spotify, would you be able to access it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. It's not too terribly long, but I made a Kurt Vile playlist.
I'll listen.
Some time ago, and it's my favorites of everything. There's nothing from Sea Lice, and there's nothing from either of his EPs, but it goes all the way. And I might have made it before this last. He's got one coming out here in a couple months, and then the last one I remember. At least the one track name is like "Good Year for the Roses." Maybe that's the album. Yeah. There's nothing from that, but everything in between has got.
I can hear him singing those words now. That in his particular accent.
I just think he's phenomenal, and I really like a good chunk of the War on Drugs.
Yeah.
He and Adam Grandiseel started that. I think he's only on the first record. But apparently, when they make the choice to go their own separate paths, everything was fine. Uh-huh. And they still, or they at least used to feature or help produce or,
cool.
brainstorm.
That's the way it should be. That's the way those things should always unwind.
And I thought I got to this place, I was like, man, the War on Drugs, that's my new thing. And then I kind of while I'm spending some time with their library, I dip into his catalog, and I'm like, sorry, War on Drugs.
Well, it's so quirky. I mean, like it just seems like just for so like honest and quirky, but still rock and roll.
Yeah.
It's a fine line to walk,
Yeah.
but it's
The one I started with was Waking on a Pretty Days. Do you know that record?
oh God, no, I don't know. I'm terrible at the no.
Okay. It's freaking amazing. The title track's amazing. There's a tune on there called Golden Tones. And
I'll put that on the way home.
it's a long. Make sure you do the deluxe version,
Okay.
because it incorporates one of his EPs with an extra track or two into the record, so you get
Okay.
a little bit more. But Gold Tones is spacey and chill and intriguing. You know.
It's not an instrumental album.
No. And he says, sometimes when I get in my zone, you'd think I was stoned, but I never, as they say, touch the stuff. And all of the lines in it are super clever. And then the refrain is kind of golden tone. Anyway, we had to get some stuff for yard work one spring. And we were listening to that on the way. And we get into the hardware store, and my daughter, like almost like a kid running with her arms extended, like kind of flying, just takes off running down one of the main aisles, and golden tone. It's like one of my all-time favorite memories.
Yes,
I'm
yes.
like, Kurt Vile is in there.
Yes, I've done my job.
Anyway,
Success.
Lotta Lice, Courtney Barnett, and Kurt Vile. Tell me.
This is one of those albums that it was real. I was listening to it at the time. I listened to it about once a year for a few weeks. Courtney Barnett is one of my favorite songwriters,
Seriously?
alive right now. Yeah, I seriously, I think like Aqua Profunda is such a great that to write a song about swimming laps in a pool and make it catchy and fun and hard and like and interesting is. So I really, really like what she does. And I listened to this, and the songs are really good. It's a very sweet album.
Yep.
And in a I like that it's two artists who very clearly want to let you know that they work well together.
Yep.
And when you listen to the songs, you can tell that there's a feel of being friends, of hanging out. There's one song about eating breakfast, but it's really it's a sweet album, and they both just rock so hard. It's like they're both rock hard in their own worlds.
Yep.
But this album is, I think it's a good statement about friendship and how humans can work together. Collaboration.
I'm not positive, but I think it goes every other track, like Courtney Barnett track, Kurt Vile track, Courtney Barnett track.
Okay.
Something close to that pattern. But
makes sense. It makes sense.
I've only been given the tiniest little bit of solo stuff from her, because the streaming platform knows that I have listened to this record, so they'll give me while I'm on shuffle. But before this record, I had never heard of her. She's one of your favorites.
Oh, yeah.
How do you get turned on to her?
The album that Aqua Profunda is on.
Oh.
What's it called? Aqua Profunda, Depreston is on it. There's just so many good songs.
It's a solo record of hers.
Yeah, it's a solo record of hers. It was her first breakthrough.
And how did you discover that album?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't
maybe
know.
your Sherpa.
Yeah, right. Yeah, maybe, possibly.
Snuck in while you were sleeping and waved a wand and you woke up.
Seriously, it's there's you see so much in a given day and you hear so much in a given day.
Yep.
It's hard to know. And even looking back now, thinking like, oh, what would the context had been? And it's been, well, we've had doing just 10 years of just bizarre, wacky technological progress and social weirdness.
Yeah.
And so, I don't know. I think maybe I heard it at Sunfresh, maybe, right?
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know.
Wow. That's funny. Yeah, man. It's, measuring, trying to measure what has been put in front of us across the last 10 years, trying to measure what we don't retain on a given day, because we're just, I mean, today, or the other day, my son brings over this, like a race. It's a race car, like a McLaren Lego set.
Okay.
And it's in a Ziploc
Legos.
bag.
Gotta love the Legos.
with the instruction manual in this, and he's like, can you take it apart and we'll start over because there's something missing or whatever. And I was like, okay. We've built a lot of Lego sets. I mean, a lot. We've never had a missing piece. So I'm like, you probably under the couch at your mom. Anyway, so I take it apart today and put it back together, and I'm realizing that he's missing tons of stickers. And then all right, well, whatever. And I just keep pushing through, and then I get very near the end, and there's definitely a piece missing. So I go through the remaining steps, and there's 2 more.
Oh, man.
So we're missing 3 pieces and like half of the stickers. So I get on the old internet, and there's a missing, you go ahead and plug in your order, and they reply immediately. Got it.
And they zip you, get a little baggie.
We're going to send you. I didn't pay for it or anything. I'm like, wow, that's cool.
Yeah.
And then a little time goes by, and I get a message saying, sorry, for whatever reason, we couldn't approve that. If you want to buy them, go ahead. And so, all right, fine, I'll just 3 pieces. But there's no way that I can see to buy the sticker sheet as well. So next thing
it's supposed to be easier.
Next thing I know, I have an order number. So next thing I know, I'm in a chat with a bot, and it's AI, all this stuff. And I'm like, here's my order number. Can you just take it and put the contents in the cart, and then I'll just pay for it?
Yeah.
And they're like, no, I can't. We can, if you want to wait and talk to a specialist. And then immediately I'm like, how is that even possible that I can't buy these things? And you got to go, wait a minute.
You'd think that's the first thing that they tell the robot.
Well,
if they want to give you money,
but it just, this whole, like, everything is possible and immediately accessible thanks to technology. So a roadblock, and you're like,
yeah,
you know what I mean? I had to like all right, just relax, Oh, it's a weird world.
Yeah.
Man, great list, super fun.
This is the wild card. The Courtney Barnett one was the wild card.
Sure. Aqua Profunda, I need to check out from her, and I'm curious. I have one buddy, I feel like I've seen him post on Instagram 3, maybe 4 different shows of Beck's that he's been to. And every time I see it, I'm like, dude, I got to go see Beck.
It's worth it.
And then all of a sudden, there he is again, seeing him, in another town. And I'm like, man, I still haven't seen Beck. I need to do it.
Put it on your list.
But speaking of lists, great one. I appreciate it. I've got a few goofy questions for you. And then we'll wrap and get you on your way to your gathering, if that's okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm looking for the album.
The Courtney Barnett.
Yes. Sometimes I sit and think, and sometimes I just sit.
Is the name of the record?
Is the name of the record.
That Aqua Profunda's on?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. Great album.
I like that album title.
It's
for sure.
It is. It is. She's amazing.
So the first one is you're given the ability to have a cup of coffee with anyone of your choosing, dead or alive.
Oh, man.
Who's it going to be and why?
Oh, a cup of coffee, dead or alive. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. That's a big question. What have some of the answers been?
Oh, man. Anything and everything. My grandma, the inventor that was working with Einstein that never gets any of the credit. Zappa, maybe somebody had Zappa. Jesus.
Yeah.
I mean, all over the place.
I want to have a cup of coffee with the first person who used a horsehair or whatever and strung it across and made a guitar, and made an instrument. I want to have a cup of coffee with them and play them some music from now and just see what happens.
That's awesome.
I don't know if that would work out too well for him or her. But,
I love it. That's a fantastic answer.
I don't know.
If we can pretend or imagine that we all have a personal and a professional bucket list, you're given all the necessary resources to go knock out number one on both of those lists, what are those number ones?
Oh boy. Oh man. Personal. See, I'm not, I have, so, that's interesting. So personal and professional. Personal and professional.
Sometimes every
You're
once in a
gonna be able to
while
edit
they're
out this awkward silence.
oh
aren't
yeah,
you?
yeah. Every once in a while they wind up being one and the same for the person, but
Yeah. No, you know what? This is a small professional bucket list item, but I want to play at Knuckleheads.
nice.
I want to play at Knuckleheads.
Heck yeah.
It's very small, but when I look at kind of what, the music scene and the music industry, and, there's so many people to help and work with, having a goal to play at one of your town's coolest music venues, or at least, the venue gets the best, rock and roll bands that come through, for a venue that size. But yeah, that's one. That's
Okay.
that's a little goal. That's a little bucket list thing.
I love it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I think it's Frank is the dude.
Yep.
And so if Frank hears this, I mean, Scott Devouton.
Yeah.
right here.
Yeah. It's we got a band called Super G. We're
Super G?
Super G.
Okay.
It's a rock and roll band, original rock and roll, and so we're gonna be releasing an EP and everything. So
Fun.
that'll be the one.
Now,
Put it out there.
a number of folks that I've talked to that dabble in both of the lanes that you do in terms of creating original material and then producing, recording, say they can work on other people's stuff all day and all night, but never their own.
It's so hard to work on your own stuff.
Okay, so you get that, but you'll do it.
Yeah. Although I've gotten to the point where I know what I'm doing well enough to know that I don't want to master my own songs.
Because
I mean, like, the phenomenon that everyone has when they first start speaking into a microphone of not liking their own voice. That
yeah,
that thing.
takes me back to answering machine.
Yeah,
outgoing message. You
Yeah.
walk in from the store and you hear your own. Oh, turn that off.
Yeah. But so it's a kind of a corollary of that. It's so hard to remain objective, especially if because by the time you get to mastering a song, you've put in a lot of time on it, a lot of time. And so to get it in the hands of someone who's a professional and has heard it all and who knows how to make whatever's good about a song even better. But that's the thing. But I can compartmentalize generally
Sure.
well.
I've asked this before, and I think that I understand, but also, I don't retain everything. I have an idea about engineering, and this rudimentary example is like, where are you putting mics on the drum kit? As an example. Producing, taking recorded pieces and assembling them into a format. Mixing is kind of adjusting volume levels and so forth. These are the basest, but mastering is always sort of like, is it just a term for the final touches? What is mastering?
It depends. It used to be the person who made the physical thing that was the record. And as I was and it was a technician, more of a technician than an artist. But now you have it's a different world. Music is a different thing now. And so mastering engineers, they do a few things. First, they take a song and make what's good about it better. They make it, for lack of a better word, louder. They bring the perceived loudness up a little bit more. And then the big thing that they do, which is really invaluable, is they make it so you can listen to a song on all sorts of different speakers, whether it's your phone, your laptop, your car, and it sounds like it should sound.
Yeah, that's wild.
Yeah. And it's and they do they can do some stuff they'll take one stereo track that's the song, and they can work magic with it.
Wow.
Yeah, it's money well spent if
If you got it.
Yeah. And it's affordable. They get a livable wage hourly rate,
Yeah.
but they work quickly, and if you do a good job mixing, they won't
Make
have
their job easier.
Yeah, exactly.
It still trips me out that like I can get why the runtime of an album is handicapped by the medium of vinyl.
Yeah.
But bass is it's like a different groove depth, and there's other sound elements. I might not be correct.
No,
in that,
you're
but it's not just you can't have a 287-minute record on a piece of vinyl.
And
but
the groove can only be so wide, or it can only be so before the record just
I've read
flops right out of it.
When we were making this record, we had to have the bass low in the mix because of vinyl. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
That's why. Anyway.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So and I've talked about this before too, but if you are working, you don't mind and you can tolerate your own stuff.
Yeah.
You gotta step away.
Yeah.
So you can come back fresh and
yeah.
not lose track of. I don't even remember what I was trying to hone in on and fix because I've been here for 4 hours and my brain is jello.
Yeah, your brain's jello. Your ears are physical things. They get worn out just like every other physical thing in your body.
Yeah. You're given the ability. This is not. We don't want to change who Scott Devouton turned out to be. This is not a thing that's cloaked in regret. But you're given the.
That's a great band name. It'd be like a doom metal band, maybe.
Cloaked in regret.
An over 60 doom metal band.
Yeah.
There you go.
Nobody has good posture.
Yeah.
The world has just beat them down. But you're given the ability to visit your past self at any age of your choosing.
Yeah.
What age are you choosing, and what are you saying?
That's a great question. It's gonna be like 1980, 86, 85, 86.
Right before that Boston show.
Right before the Boston show, and it was also the year there was one of the. It was 88. It was after the Boston show.
Okay.
Hey, Boston opened up a whole world for me. But no, it was I experienced rap music, alternative music, and punk music for the first time. Like really, I just loved this. I heard it, I loved it. It's like Beastie Boys' "License to Ill," what was the Red Hot Chili Peppers album?
Mother's Milk.
Mother's Milk. And REM Eponymous, which was basically it was like greatest hits of their cool old stuff. And I had a friend who I started listening to Run DMC and Curtis Blow and like all this stuff. Like I wish I would go back and it's like, you know what? Keep doing that. Keep listening to that. You can make that. You can help people make that. And don't go into debt. Don't go into credit cards.
Yeah.
You keep it simple, but go do that.
Nice.
Yeah,
I love it.
Yeah.
You're aware that at one time there was a television program called Fear Factor.
Oh.
Right?
Yeah.
So this is...
I'm thinking of Dave Chappelle, by the way. The Dave Chappelle skit that was based on Fear Factor.
I don't know if I know that. Is it funny?
I'm
assuming.
It's pretty good.
But on Fear Factor, you win the challenge by tolerating some level of gross.
Yeah.
This isn't that. This is not that. This is real life. You got to get from point A to point B.
Oh, okay.
In the middle is your biggest source of actual fear, anxiety, uncertainty, creeps, whatever the case may be. You got to get past it to get to point B there. What is it?
You mean that like what's the context in time? Like from now where I want to be, or where am I still talking to my
no
little kid self?
You wake up tomorrow and okay, I gotta get to Raymore because there's a thing I have to. But halfway there, your absolute worst nightmare, and you got to figure out a way to get around it. What is it?
The worst nightmare?
Yeah, worst nightmare, worst fear, worst source of anxiety.
Oh God!
Grossest thing, if you want to go that direction.
we're kind of living it in some ways.
Yeah, yeah.
And you could check off all those boxes.
How do I get out of this decade?
I mean, that might be it. That might be it.
Okay.
No, it's once if you've been through a time in life where you make a difficult decision and you muster courage that you didn't think you had in you, and you change something that's fundamental to your life, it helps you. For me, it helped me, like. So to answer your question, being back in the life I had before, I'm not too worried about it.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's a good question. Those are good questions.
Well, I got one more for you, but before I get to it, the origin story behind Ill Fit Records is, how do you come up with that name?
That's because I was older when I started music as an intentional professional endeavor. I am not classically trained, and I didn't open up for whomever. I haven't played on tour with whomever. I don't have the street cred. But like I read songs that are hooky. I play them and people dance. Strangers dance. I meet people and their songs are incredible. They may have whatever. They may have a job and can't drop everything and go tour, or they may not. Whatever for whatever reason.
Yeah.
You feel like you don't fit in. I think a lot of people feel that way. And so I started this with the intent, like, listen, let's create your art. And what I, see some releases this year, but provide a platform for people, who maybe don't have doors open for them to, produce their stuff and have their words be heard.
Well, it's a great name, and it's a good-looking logo, too.
Thanks a lot.
You're rocking the trucker hat there. Is there merch available?
This is the only merch available right now.
but hats?
No, this is so here's what the Soundridge Studio Bandcamp page, we're going to be getting merch up on there, and all our releases
this year.
All my releases, yeah,
cool,
yeah. So
it's a handsome hat, man.
Thank you.
And I don't compliment hats often. I'm pretty particular.
I do. That's why I appreciate it.
So the last question is, please complete this for me.
Okay.
The world would immediately become a better place in which to live, if only. Yeah, buddy. Hi.
If only people would.
I'm doing an interview, buddy.
Oh, sorry.
That's okay.
I was gonna be on my bike.
All right, love you. Bye. Sorry.
This is great. It's cool. It's cool to be able to do what you do.
Yeah.
People you love. But the world would be a better place. I think if people knew when enough was, when enough of whatever.
So many places I could put that.
Yeah. What enough is. Enough money, enough status, enough food, enough food.
Yeah.
Enough,
fill in the blank for your addiction or compulsion.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
All good answers, man.
Yeah.
Really, really good stuff. So at Soundridge Studio on Instagram, soundridgestudio.com, YouTube, Bandcamp, Facebook, any other plugs?
Truck Bed Taxi.
Truck Bed, I came across that somewhere.
Yeah, that's the Winfield band.
Oh,
and we're playing at Northside Social in Lawrence on May 16th.
Hey, I do not know that venue.
It's a cool venue. It's a neighborhood, more of a neighborhood venue.
Okay. Unfortunately, I think
I have another plug.
Yeah, I think we will. This will drop after that show. But what? Tell me.
So we have this cool thing going on at Inglewood Arts. Inglewood Arts. It's in Independence.
Okay.
It's a little cool little kitschy neighborhood in Independence, and this place is called Inglewood Arts.
Okay.
And
With an E or an I?
An E.
Okay.
And we're working. I'm working with Chris Bruders. I don't know if you've heard of him. You should talk to him if you haven't.
Okay.
But Chris Bruders, we're putting on a show with him. It's called Rock and Roll Show, and it's July 10th at Inglewood Arts, and I'm going to be playing with Super G.
Very nice. Good stuff. Northside Social, May 16th, Lawrence, Kansas. Inglewood Arts and Independence, July 10th, with Super G. And Truck Bed Taxi is the who's playing the Northside Social.
Yeah.
And who's in that outfit?
That one, Starling, Paul Starling. He and I we create together. But yeah, that's that. He's in that band, and a bunch of other kind of rounds things out. Mark Hamlin's in it. Jason Ammerman. Pablo Rios. We set it up so it's one of those bands. It's like a club. If you can make a gig, you can make it. If you can't, you can't. And
Sweet.
And big tent.
And then who's in Super G?
Super G is me, Tristan Wall, and Rick Heron.
Okay.
Bassman Rick.
Right
The
on.
power trio. And actually that Jason Vivoni is going to be joining us on slide guitar.
Ooh.
He's a great guitarist here in Kansas
Okay.
City.
I've asked this before, but slide is the ring,
Yeah.
the tube-looking thing. Where I always got that one,
Yeah.
but where I get thrown off is the one with the table.
Oh, yeah.
Pedals.
Pedal steel.
Pedal steel.
And then there's lap steel.
Lap steel.
Yeah.
What's the difference?
Pedal and lap are played horizontal. The fretboard is
Yeah.
facing up at you.
Uh-huh.
And slide guitar, generally speaking, is, it's like a...
But
it's
but
like-
between pedal steel and lap steel, what's the difference? One of them's got more activity with the feet, right?
it has pedals.
Okay.
It's a whole contraption. It's this
Yes,
thing, it's a thing
yes.
with the pedals. It looks like an old organ.
Yeah.
Like the pedals look like an old church organ's pedals a little bit. And then the lap steel is generally just flipped over. Usually, like a lot of times they just stand up and it's still like
Flat.
flipped over.
Yeah.
Like
Cool.
Jake Keegan with Moonshroom.
Okay.
He plays that way.
Nice.
Yeah, yeah. Man, it's awesome to watch people go to town on that
Heck yeah.
instrument.
Is there anything that you had hoped that we would cover that we did not?
No, I don't think I kind of. This is cool.
Right on.
This is cool. Oh no, you know what? No, no, that's it.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
The cover of the Beck record there make you think of something?
It's. I would just say that the song. What is it? Oh, which song is it? Dun, 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 dun. Hot Wax. The song Hot Wax has some of the best lyrics of all time in it. Just the whole song is just a wacky adventure in Beck lyrics.
Nice.
And that's a fun thing to end on, maybe.
Cool. Well, listen, Scott Devouton, I really appreciate the correspondence. Thank you to Kinley for the assist there in the beginning.
Thank you.
Thanks for, I know your rough outline of your Saturday was full, so I appreciate you sharing a little bit of that time with me, and hope to talk to you soon.
Yeah, man.
Thank
Nice
you.
talking to you.